Hi there, welcome to this week's video. Today we're going to be talking more about stress, about our nervous system, and how to calm ourselves, okay? So right now we are still in the middle of the coronavirus 2020 quarantine, the whole thing, and I know a lot of us are dealing with a lot of stress, a lot of worry, and that is frankly not good for our health. That is just as bad as being sleep deprived, dehydrated, and eating junk food all day long, okay? We need to take care of our nervous system. So I'm excited to share this with you today. I'm going to teach you about your nervous system, and I'm going to give you some suggestions. Really simple. Anybody can do this. The trick is just doing it regularly and being more self-aware of how you're feeling with your nervous system from day to day and moment to moment. So we're going to get into that. If you've never seen these videos before, I'm really glad you found us. My name's Danielle Dinkelman, and I do these videos every single week inside my private Facebook group, Healthy Living with Danielle Dinkelman, or you can find us on YouTube under the same name. I'm a national board certified health and wellness coach, and I'm a plant-based nutrition educator, and I love doing these videos because these are really just applicable tips and things you can use to start using healthy lifestyle changes to take control of your health, which is what I'm all about. So let's dive into how to calm your nervous system. First of all, you've probably heard of something called the fight or flight response, right? What is maybe going to be new to what I'm sharing with you today is another way to understand that response and the antithesis of it, okay? So you can think of your nervous system of having two parts or two pathways really. One pathway is called the sympathetic nervous system. That's our stress response. And the other pathway is called our parasympathetic, and that is our relaxation response. I know you've probably heard a lot about the stress response, but maybe you've never heard that there's such thing as a relaxation response. Well, kind of makes sense though if you think about it, right? So the most important thing to understand about your nervous system when it comes to stress or relaxation is you can only be running one or the other. And let me tell you a little bit about what each of these pathways mean for the rest of your body, okay? In our fight or flight response, in that sympathetic nervous system, when that is firing, when that pathway is running, we basically shut down all non-essential processes so that we can keep ourselves alive and safe, so that we can flee from whatever danger has come our way. At least that's how we've been programmed. So 3 things get put on the back burner in these moments: digestion, reproduction, and healing. Okay? Now, if you've ever been frustrated with any of those systems in your body, stress could be a very, very big part of what you're experiencing, because maybe we're chronically running that sympathetic nervous system, that fight or flight response, and you're not even aware of it. Okay? Something to think about. Over on the parasympathetic side, or the relaxation response, when that pathway is running, it's basically the opposite. It's recovery mode, okay? All those non-essential processes resume again, and our body starts focusing on healing and wound repair, and it starts even working on anti-aging efforts. And it also starts ramping up your immune system and scouring for colds and viruses and cancer cells that it can eliminate for us. Wow, thank you. That's wonderful. I would really like to have that pathway running as much as possible, right? That sounds pretty good. So really, it was eye-opening for me to realize that there is really a physical response going on in my body when I'm choosing to be on this path or on this path, if I'm experiencing stress or if I'm finding that relaxation response. So let's talk a little more about this. So it kind of sounds like all or nothing, right? But another way to think about it is to look at stress or relaxation, and if you could put it on like a horizontal line and create kind of a sliding scale with it. And the good news about our bodies and our nervous systems is that we can bounce back. Okay, and that's what I want us to think about as we think about stress management, kind of like the pond analogy that we talked about last week. It's not so much about trying to never stress out. It's about, are we recovering? Okay, and with the pond, are we increasing our capacity to handle stuff? And with this sliding scale idea, the question is, okay, if you're noticing yourself coming over here into that fight or flight response, what are you doing to bring yourself back to center, or even really dipping into that relaxation response to really recover and recharge and find that stasis so that your body can resume all those non-essential things that I consider pretty essential. So that's something to consider. Just start to be aware of where are you at. Check in multiple times a day and ask yourself, okay, if I had to like put myself on a point on this sliding scale, am I running my sympathetic nervous system, that stress response, or am I running my parasympathetic system, the relaxation response? Where am I at right now? Simply being aware of it is so powerful, because if you're noticing that you are over here in a stressful response, I want to give you some really simple things that you can do to bring yourself back, calm yourself down, let that nervous system stop running that stress response, and give yourself a chance of taking better care of yourself. Okay, so super simple. Number one that you could do to calm your nervous system is to breathe. Okay, I know that sounds like not exciting, but it really is powerful. Okay, even if you did that right here as you're watching this video, just take a deep breath. You don't even have to close your eyes or take a prayer pose or anything. Just breathe. Take a mindful, long inhale and a long, drawn out exhale. It could be that simple. It could be one breath. It could be 5. It could be 20. It doesn't matter. What I like to do is when I can feel myself kind of going into that stress response, taking that breath, sometimes it takes 1, sometimes it takes 5 or more, depending on what's going on. But for me, I can feel my stress response in my body. For me, I can like almost feel the tension in my neck and my shoulders. There's kind of a frenzied feeling in my brain. And so coming into that relaxation response, I feel a softening in my body, and I feel kind of a slowing down of my thoughts and my mind. So I don't know how you experience that, but that's how I experience it, and I'm sure everyone's a little different. But you could maybe start playing with that and being aware of, what does it feel like when I'm stressed? Where do I carry my stress? How am I experiencing this? And then what does it feel like when you feel that sliding scale come back over to that relaxation? What does that feel like? Okay, and if you could put words to it, if you could describe where you feel it in your body, how it feels, that's really useful to you. Okay, so breathing, that could just be your only thing. That could be fantastic. You can do that in conjunction with my next suggestion, is to just become aware of your body. Okay, like sometimes like our mind can be dwelling in the past or running crazy in the future, worrying or stressing about things mentally. But if once we like start just paying attention to our physical body, it's amazing how we can come into the present moment. And I know that sounds really woo-woo, but being fully present is a really powerful way to just calm that nervous system down. Okay, so you can do that with breathing. You can do that with movement, some simple yoga poses, anything, going for a walk and choosing to really notice the sensations, notice what the sun feels like on your face, notice how hard or soft the ground is under your feet. Notice, how your clothes are fitting that day. Whatever just brings you to a physical awareness of yourself, okay? And then this all kind of wraps up together in being in the moment, like I said earlier. Focusing on what's in front of you right now is what it is to be present, okay? An example of not being present is coming home from work and you walk in the house and you're still on your phone, or your mind is still running with things that happened at work, and you're not actually mentally engaged in what's in front of you right now, like your children or your spouse or whatever. Okay, that's just an example. But being fully present, fully aware of what's in front of you right now is so powerful, because that's what's real. And right now, these days, we tend to get stressed about things that are imagined. And even if they're going to be real, or they were real, they're not real right now, right? So being fully present is a very powerful way to calm your nervous system, okay? So breathing, being aware of your body, and being mentally present, all right? So I really want to challenge you to heighten your awareness of your sliding scale between these two pathways in your nervous system. And notice when you're in that stress response, and choose one thing that resonated with you from today's video and start using that to trigger that relaxation response. And don't stop until you get there, until you feel that calming and that slowing, and then move on with your day. All right, I hope this helps you. Please feel free to reach out to me, leave a comment, come and find us in the Facebook group. We'd love to hear from you. I would love to support you in doing things like this that help you take better control of your health. So until next time, take care.